Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. VLON. My God, this thing is really starting to move. Guys, what a market dump yesterday. Crazy, crazy day yesterday. But it's time to make a quick little watch list here. Spend a few minutes together this morning. I normally don't do the live streams on Fridays, but today decided to run with it and go for a little watch list here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Joe Jose, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, guys, I was like, you know what? I was sitting here at my desk and I was like, you know what? We got time. Let's do a little watch list real quick here with the team on YouTube. Yeah, Joy, you got it, man. My pleasure. My pleasure. We'll go ahead and knock out a quick watch list here together. VLON definitely looking like one that's going to have to be on the watch list. SPY definitely going to have to be on the watch list. So let's take a look real quick on VLON here. See why it's popping off. Must have some sort of news. Yep, 37 minutes ago, pharmaceutical announces review of strategic alternatives. Yeah, this thing has been on a downtrend here continuously. It's well on its way to this gap entry point. Wow, man. Yep, definitely got to put this one on the watch list here. We'll see what happens, though. I mean, this is a big move already in pre-market. So VLON with news about strategic alternatives. With strategic alternatives, 248 area is the gap entry on the daily. Watching for that level to hold some sort of resistance. And then we got to look for some sort of support here. I think maybe this like 190s area, $2 could be an area. Watching for support around the 190s area. What do you think about SNDL? Oh, we'll bring it up on the chart. Miss you on Fridays. Oh man, I eventually would do the Fridays. I'm thinking that once we get the stream up to 100 people watching, I'll start doing it on Fridays. But until then, what I'm going to do is typically just take Fridays off. Give it kind of like a mental break from YouTube. SNDL. I mean, SNDL doesn't look good at all, to be honest. This is going to move with the rest of the MMJ plays. This thing, you got some support down here around that 40 cent area. You see it here, like that's the major support zone on this thing. So you're kind of trading in this little descending triangle. That's about it. You'll probably just chop around this area here until you either break down or break up and over the resistance. So either you break down under support and you get a fade, or you break up and over resistance and you get a pop. AMD yesterday came all the way down to a major support zone here at 89.65 zone. Just like that 89.90 zone, and it's trying to hold it. If it breaks underneath that, it's got room to fall to 84. And as a matter of fact, that is something that's going on the watch list today. AMD watching for a break under 89 for a possible fade down towards 84 zone. I think if 89 holds, we just got a little choppy today. Tech got super hammered yesterday. Sorry to hear about those calls, man. NVIDIA Nvidia yesterday. Guys, remember yesterday we drew this bear flag together. We drew this bear flag yesterday together, and look at that breakdown during lunchtime on Nvidia. This thing just imploded. Imploded. What a breakdown. On Nvidia, oh man, I deleted the little line. Oh well. We will redraw it. So on Nvidia, we got 195.50s as potential support zone. I'd watch for yesterday's low to maybe become an area of resistance. Let me see, what's yesterday's low? So 200. So on Nvidia watching for yesterday's lows, 200 area to become resistance for a drop down towards 195 area. Castro, good morning. Thank you for all. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for joining in. You guys really help out the channel tremendously, because otherwise it would just be me talking to a camera into a microphone, and that's it. Guys, we got 20 people in the stream, and we got 8 likes. Help me out there. Hit that like button for me. It really helps out tremendously. Yeah, you know, Tesla yesterday had a really big red day. Gave back all its gains. Excuse me. But it's still above the 100-day moving average. So Tesla's going to be one that's a little bit stronger than the rest, just because it had that good earnings report. So it makes you wonder whether or not this one's one to watch, or if it's just going to get rather choppy. Yesterday, everything just gave up. Really, it just all gave up, and never really gave good, clean opportunities for entries on shorts. It's just like everything just whoop, fell completely out of bed. It's gone, completely gone. There we go. We got 19 viewers, 11 likes. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Let's get that. Let's get those likes up there. On Tesla, you know, it's one of those that I don't like where it's at right now. It would have to get under yesterday's lows to see if we can fade it down to the 100-day moving average. That's the best outcome for Tesla as far as watching for further downside. Tesla watching for yesterday's lows to break and become resistance. Yesterday's low on Tesla, 996.41. 996.41 area could have room to fall to the 100-day MA on the daily. So that's what I would watch there. Joey says, let's show some love. Let's hit that like button. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate it. Francisco, my pleasure. Thank you very much for tuning in. So yeah, guys, right now, VLON, AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla, all on watch there. Now you have to understand, like, look, Tesla, NVIDIA, I'm looking at that for tomorrow's Saturday, for yesterday's low to break and become an area of resistance for further downside, because we're at weird little areas right now. If yesterday's lows hold, we could see either one of two things happen. We could see a nice little short-term reversal followed by a fade during lunchtime, or we could just see chop. We could just see chop today, and that's something to keep in mind. And when I write up the watch list here now, I'm gonna write it just like that. All right, I'm gonna write up all the levels, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in there at the end what I think could happen if the lows don't break. If you guys do not get the watch list, you can sign up for it here. That way you'll get it. So there's a link in chat. You can get the free watch list there. Yeah, Snap is like a non-event. Snap's like a non-event. It did nothing. You know, there's nothing there. I don't think anything is going to happen here. This thing is just an ugly looking chart right now. I think Snap has potential long term. I think it's just too expensive still for an investment. And as far as a trade goes, yeah, I guess you could say that if today the market bounces back a little bit and Snap can hold $30 as support, you could see a little bounce back here, maybe grab out 3 or 4 points out of it. You know, you could see it back at 33, something like that. It's possible, but I'm not a fan of Snap right now. Now, if Snap breaks underneath, say Snap breaks underneath this level right here. Whoops. Right? If Snap breaks underneath this, it's got some room to fall. 26, 24s. But it's not something I'll have on the list myself. AMC, the same thing. You know, this thing's just a nothing burger right now. It's in the middle of this trading range. GME, roughly the same. GME, you want to watch that 135 level. See if that can hold support. See if that can hold support. If it can, great. You know, if it can, then that's great. If not, then there's not much there. Now, the SPY, that's probably going to be my main focus today. I'm going to watch the SPY to see if we can get it back up into the 50-day moving average. Right here on the daily chart, you can see the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average lies right around 439.50-ish area. Sorry, sneezed. Had to mute the mic. If not, I would have broken YouTube. All right, so the SPY is probably going to be the main thing I'm going to watch today. SPY watching for the 50-day MA to hold resistance around the 439.50 to 440 area for a fade back down towards 435. If 435 breaks down and becomes resistance, we could see the SPY down at 428 to 430 today/Monday. All right, so that's what I'll be watching there on the SPY. I'll be watching to see if we can break that level to the downside. I'm gonna get rid of this line. There it is. So watching for that 440 zone to hold resistance. You got the 50-day moving average there, and watching to see if we do something like this. That's what I'm watching for on the SPY. I think if we do something like that, then we could easily do something like this on Monday. There you go. I've drawn it for you. That's what I'm looking for over the next 2 days. So if that happens today, you know, I might day trade some options, some put options on it, and then I might actually start to look at potentially getting into some sort of swing trade for next week. Or maybe a little bit further out. Maybe I'll grab some puts 2-3 weeks out and see if I can write them down. We have Fed meeting next month on the 3rd and 4th. I believe it's the 3rd and 4th. Well, you know what? I can check right now. Let me check on the calendar here. Here we go, at the daytraderchatroom.com. Here's your dashboard where you have access to all our resources plus all our courses and the video lesson library. FOMC meetings are May 3rd and 4th. There we go. Okay. So that's what's going on there. If you're interested in becoming a DTC Pro student, here is the link with a $50 off coupon. All right. So yeah, May 3rd and 4th. So we'll look at that. You know, that's probably what I'll be looking for. Let's see here. WLDN. Is that two different stocks? WEAV. Yeah, it is. My God. This thing is beaten down big time. Look at this. That thing is super beaten down. you have clear resistance at $5. So pops into that area could be looked at for shorts. And that's about it. I mean, there's no support and things down at new all-time lows. So this has clear support in this $26 range. You can see it clear as day there. Resistance way back here. But it is a choppy area. Between 26 to 40, you have that big old trading channel here. It is a little bit choppy, but that is the channel. Morning, Ricardo. All right, so we got SPY, VLON, AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla on watch. Let's take a look at some of these scans here. MITQ, big gap up today. I imagine this has news. I had news yesterday. Strategic partnership for gaming and esports. And you can look for these 150s to 160 area, but I don't really like any of this. Doesn't look good to me. I'll mainly be focused on the SPY today. SPY, possibly NVIDIA. Those will be my main focuses. I mean, yesterday, Jerome Powell came out, Fed chair said, guys, we have to be aggressive. If May, we're looking at 50 basis points. Guys, we've been saying 50 basis points since like December of last year. So they're like, all right, well, we're looking at 50 basis points next week. We cannot say that we think that inflation has peaked. You have to understand that a lot of this rally that we had here and a lot of this consolidation was basically thought as inflation has a good chance of it had peaked in March, right? Like here we had, you know, Russia, Ukraine already kind of like set in its low. Then we had Jerome come out and be like, we don't see a recession really likely. We had all that happen. We rallied. We got stuffed up there in the 460s, just like we thought we would. Then we started to consolidate sideways here between 435 and the 200-day moving average in the 450 zone. And then we had a nice little push here recently. And then we had exactly what we thought we would have, which was that technical. Yesterday we talked about this. Yesterday we talked about exactly what happened. Check it out. We talked about the Qs not being able to get over this level. Remember? We talked about this yesterday in the live stream. And if the Qs could not get up over that level, what did we say? We would see the SPY probably just get stuffed up here. Now, albeit, yesterday, I didn't think we'd get a candle like this. That is disgusting. I didn't think we'd get that kind of candle yesterday. But that's what we got. But it was basically off of two things. We had the technicals on the Qs and on the SPYs, and the SPY exactly in that resistance area, right? So we had those technicals line up along with Jerome Powell coming out and being like, guys, pretty much, crap's pretty bad. Inflation, we don't know that it's peaked. We have to be more aggressive, and you're getting 50 basis points next month. It's on the table. So if you're getting 50 basis points next month, guess what? When's the next meeting after that? So we have May 3rd and 4th, then June 14 and 15. Meeting associated with summary of economic projections. And on one of these follow-up meetings, I bet you either by July or by September, we'll get another 50 basis points. We'll get another 50 basis points. So the market was like, damn, man, I thought inflation could possibly be under control. But here we got Jerome saying he cannot control the price of, products because they cannot do anything about the supply chain issue. So all they really can do is kind of slow growth. crap's pretty bad. And then you got that candle. So then I think that brings you back down here to the 430, 428 area, which coincides with January lows. Remember, these lows here are inflation, right? Balance sheet runoff, and aggressiveness on the interest rate hikes. That's what those lows are from January. So if all of those things are still set in place, then it makes complete sense that we get back down to that general area, meaning 435 to 428 would be where we would start to live in for a little while, right? If 428 gives up and then we come back down here to the Russia-Ukraine invasion, that's a whole other ballpark. And that sets us up for exactly what I've said, that I don't think necessarily the low of the year is in place. I don't think it's necessarily in place because all these other variables are still very much alive. So we have to keep all that in mind here. And I'm out yesterday. If you were in the day trader chat room, you guys would have heard me on the mic when I came back from lunch. When I came back from lunch and I saw the SPY had done this, I was like, oh, guys, yes, volatility is freaking back. I even said on the mic, I was like, guys, I wish you could see the smile on my face. It was kind of like this. I was like, yes, because that's where we trade. That's where we live and thrive, right? So that's what I'm looking for. Continued volatility coming into the rest of the month, leading into next month. So we'll see how it goes, guys. But yeah, right now, SPY, VLON, AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla are all what I have on the watch list. And that's going to be it for me this morning, guys. Enjoy the weekend. Have, a really safe trading day today. And look forward to next week. If you want to come in, for today and another 2 weeks for free, you can come join us here. 2 weeks for free with DTC Lite. The link's in the chat there. Nice. Good job, One Life. All right, guys, so good luck out there. I'm going to get ready to put the final touches on this little watch list, send it out to John so he can send it to all your inboxes if you're signed up for the watch list. The watch list is obviously free. And then I'm going to hop on over to the Discord and we'll be live there all morning long as usual, okay? You too, Joy. Have a good one. You guys enjoy the weekend. I hope you enjoyed this crazy little last-minute stream on a Friday. I typically don't do the live streams on Fridays, but if not, I'll see you all Monday at 8:15 a.m. All right, that's the new time for the live stream. All right, guys, have a good one out there. Stay safe.